Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Lenny. Lenny is very kind, and someone that tries his best to be there for you in any way that he could. So, it was no surprise at all that when you needed him, you would feel like it was okay, and you wouldn't feel embarrassed to tell him how you feel. That's why, as soon as you felt like you needed a hug, you went over to him and shyly requested that he hug you. Of course, Mayan. I'd never say no to that. You know I love holding you, and I'm sorry if I haven't been doing it enough. But I promise I'll give you the proper attention that you need right now. He whispered, and you blushed brightly, smiling as he wrapped his arms around you. You told him it was fine, and he was doing an excellent job, and he just smiled softly, leaning down to kiss your cheek. Well, I'm glad that I am. You know, you're amazing too, and you've really made me happy. I'm proud that you came to tell me and didn't hesitate. And any time that you need my attention, you can always feel free to ask. It's not like I could say no to you. You know me very well. Don't you, sweetheart? Yes, I do, he replied, and he was very pleased with that. It mattered to him a lot that he knew that he would always be available no matter what, and you would always be at the top of his priorities. And right now, as he held you, you rested your head against his chest and closed your eyes, listening to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. Scaramouche. Now, Scaramouche was someone who was a bit difficult to ask for things from. However, you were also sure of his love towards you, and that's why you knew that in the end, even if he teased you about it, it would be fine. Scara, could I have a hug? He looked at you for a moment, deciding whether or not he should actually make fun of you for this, when he just sighed and nodded. Sure, you can, he whispered, opening his arms. He couldn't judge you for wanting some affection. And maybe he's not the most affectionate person around. He's still learning and trying his best to be someone suitable enough for you. So, as he held you close and just kept patting your back gently, you couldn't help but smile warmly. Even though he seemed a little bit unsure of himself, his hugs were just naturally comforting and warm, and you would love to be there forever, if only to be in his arms. And after a little bit, you heard him speak. Are you alright? Yes, I am now. He couldn't help but chuckle at your sappy response, but he still held you nonetheless. After all he wanted was for you to be alright. And if you were not going to talk about what was causing this, he was not going to ask any further. And he'll just do what he can and keep holding you and providing you with the comfort that you seem to need. Arlecchino. Arlecchino is not cuddly or affectionate by any means. In fact, that is all that her children know about her. She's very difficult and very stern, and her love language is unknown because she does not know how to show her affection towards anyone. And being her partner is a hard thing. However, you got used to it, and she's quite different with you as well. She does try her best, and that's all that you really need. You're patient with her, and you try your best to understand their emotions, even though they are buried very deeply. So when you ask her for a hug, you don't expect her to actually comply. But she does. She wraps her arms around you gently and cups your face in her hands Is everything alright? Is there anyone bothering you? No, not at all. You don't have to worry about that. You tell her, and she seems satisfied with your answer. After all, she knows you very well, and she would know immediately when you try to lie to her. And she can tell from your eyes that no lie is being told. You just want to be with her. And even though she's not used to giving affection, she will do it for you, especially if you're asking. And so she stays like that until you've had enough, and you're the one who decides to pull away. And when you look at her smiling happily, it makes it all worth it. And she really just wants to get better at showing affection in general, just in hopes of seeing that smile a little bit more. Neuvillette. He may not seem like it, but he's very affectionate. He just doesn't know how to ask for it himself, and doesn't want to seem overbearing. He also doesn't know what he needs most of the time. Human connection is very weird to him, and being in a relationship is even stranger and more difficult. Not that he doesn't like it. He likes it very much. But he's very confused a lot of the time. So it often falls to you to do things like this. And you don't mind. You know that with some time and patience, Neuvillette will be able to give you affection at his own pace. Right now, all he needs is some guidance and direction. So sometimes you would go up to him randomly and ask for a hug. And right now, he just wrapped an arm around your waist and pulled you into his lap, smiling softly at you. Of course, darling. Whatever you ask. You smiled, kissing his cheek gently. You're such a gentleman, Neuvillette. I'm really lucky to have you around. And I'm luckier to have you. You're truly amazing. And I'm so lucky I get to have someone as wonderful as you are by my side. He smiled softly at that. You couldn't help but feel like he loved you. And not just a normal kind of love, no. There was so much adoration in his voice and in his eyes that you felt your heart jumping up and down within your chest. But then again, Neuvillette always knew how to give you butterflies, and just how to make you feel wanted and cherished. And right now, as you stayed in his arms and on his lap, he would keep holding you, running his fingers through your hair, and giving you all the attention that you need.